Welcome back everyone for another episode of my Borussia M'Gladbach career on FIFA 15. We are into our third season. The Champions League is back. If you guys remember, at the end of last season we got through to the final. We lost against Dortmund and now we have a second chance of getting to that final once again. But first we've got to get through the group stages. If you missed the last episode, in the group stages draw, we have received FC Barcelona. That is going to be huge, those two games, home and away. Also Ajax, we're going to have to play them, and Club Brugge. And they are the first team for Mönchengladbach to face in this season's Champions League campaign, away from home. I did shuffle the pack slightly for this game when it comes to the starting lineup. Berahino starting up front on his own with Stocker and Patrick Aman flanking him on the left and the right. Aslan comes in to replace Junazovic, who in the last episode picked up a broken toe, which will see him out for 2 months. So a bit of a setback there for him as well as the team, as he is one of the top central midfielders I have in the squad. And just like the league, at the start of the competition, it's always good to get a couple of wins behind you, start picking up momentum. And that's what, of course, I was aiming for in this game against Club Brugge. But would they allow me? It was difficult, you know, being away from home. Shuffling the pack as well, I don't know, it was just a bit of a tight affair against Club Brugge. Patrick Aman broke down the right hand side there, whipped in the ball, finding the head of Berahino, and there just wasn't enough power behind the header to beat the goalkeeper. It was a simple save. It could have easily have been 1-0 though if we were closer to the goal, but you could see Berahino with his dribbling skills going one way and then switching direction, falling the centre back in the process. I did manage to get a shot off from Berahino, keeper saved on the rebound. Berahino was still unable to find the back of the net, so the game still stood at 0-0. Club Brugge came very close to opening up the score, and for a second I did think Godot had scored that. I was waiting for the net to ripple, and it was offside anyway. But it would have been unfortunate if we had have conceded there. And you notice that Tim Krul started this game. He's probably going to be starting the majority of games this season, as I've kind of fallen out with Sommer. He's let in so many goals which he could have easily have saved. Very disappointing there. We should have scored with that opportunity just before half time. Berahino bringing the ball into the box. Aslan was in support. I was looking for the sweaty goal, but it just wasn't to be. As the ball came back out, Berahino won it back from Mönchengladbach, and I just went for it. I went for the shot. I took the risk, and it paid off. 1-0 just before half time, and you can see with this angle on the replay, it was nicely finished. I mean, great technique. Hit on the volley as well. That's not his strongest foot when striking, Berahino. I think his preferred foot is the right, so it's a bonus when he can score with his left. Just a perfect goal all around, everything about it. In the 73rd minute, Vormer whipped in the cross, the set piece. They were pretty dangerous looking when it came to set pieces in this game. We had to be very careful. Krul pulled off a great save there at such a tight angle, but that didn't matter. It was the challenge from Willems in the penalty area on Refilov that got the referee's attention. 75 minutes, he had received a red card. He will miss the next Champions League group stage game, which is against Barcelona. I mean, I'm not sure what I was thinking. I thought maybe I would have got a touch on the ball and it would have gone out from maybe a quarter. Again, I don't know what I was trying to achieve there, and I obviously conceded the penalty and gave Club Brugge that lifeline that they were looking for. A chance to get back in this game. Would they make it 1-1? Yes, they would. Tim Krul went the wrong way, and they found the bottom right hand corner. Plus they had the advantage of being a man up as well, and with just over 10 minutes to go of the game, the odds were certainly stacked in their favour to go on and maybe get a late goal. But Hazard fed the ball through to Berahino. Berahino could see Stocker making a run into the box, and we went 2-1 up. Who would have thought, being down to 10 men, that we would get our nose in front? It's unbelievable, and it was a great attacking move, quick passing, which really caught Club Brugge off guard. But of course they kept coming again, but Tim Krul with a great save there, just palming it away, couldn't hold on to it. I'm not sure why, because it didn't seem like a powerful shot. It could have been an easy bundle to the chest type of save from Krul. But from the last set piece of the game, look at that, for a great acrobatic opportunity from Brugge. And what a save from Tim Krul. He was keeping this team in the lead, keeping us alive, and we did go on to win 2-1. A fantastic start to this season's Champions League for Borussia M'Gladbach, last season's Champions League finalists. If it wasn't for summer signing Tim Krul, we would have definitely been leaving the stadium with just a point for our first game in this season's Champions League. It was then on to our next game in the Bundesliga. We were away against Hanover. We have been on the road quite a lot recently, but there is the league table as it stands. You can see we're just a point below Hoffenheim and Hertha Berlin, who were all level at the top. But we've been doing brilliant. We've only lost one game, which was against Bayern Munich. We won our previous game against Bayern Leverkusen, which almost slipped through our fingers because it was so tight. I mean, Leverkusen did so well to come back and draw level, but we got that penalty awarded to us, which saw us go on and score, obviously, and win the game. But it could have gone either way. And so I was hoping with this away game against Hanover we could get back down to business, put in a good shift and come away with those all-important 3 points, maybe grab a couple of decent goals along the way as well. We was at full strength for this game, just without Junazovic in central midfield, as he was still out with that broken toe of his. And Max Kruse reclaimed his starting spot up front on his own, as I didn't really think Berahino's performance midweek in that Champions League fixture against Club Brugge was worthy enough to put him in the starting lineup. Yes, okay, he scored a pretty decent goal, but apart from that, his performance, it was pretty average. So Max Kruse was the #1 option there. He's our top goal scorer as well, but he didn't score the first goal in this game against Hanover. It came from Hazard after a fantastic run into the box, and he just slotted that under the keeper. Hanover drawed level though in the 21st minute with that volley into the bottom left hand corner. Patrick Hamann completed his attack. He did go for the shot, but a block by Marcelo meant that the ball went into the air, and as gravity pulled it back down to earth, Hamann connected with a header, but Miller denied him of getting Mönchengladbach in front once again against Hanover. So both teams went in at the break all level. That would allow Hanover to come back out feeling refreshed and ready to go again. But it only made me want the game even more, want those 3 points. And as soon as we kicked off for the second half, we won the ball back immediately. Hazard found Kruse running in space, massive space. He was goal side as well as the defender. It was an absolute shock to the system for Hanover going into the second half, as we were just firing on all cylinders as soon as that whistle was blown. I wasn't just going to sit back and let a team that was in the relegation zone for the majority of last season get the better over us. I wanted to, in a way, make an example of Hanover. And we made it 3-1 thanks to Thiago being in the right place at the right time. It's a very poor shot from Hazard. And Miller, the keeper for Hanover, was probably thinking if it wasn't for that pesky defender getting a deflection, it'd still be 2-1 now. As a ball would probably have gone out for a goal kick there. But Thiago, he did so well to turn on the ball, hit that with great technique on the volley. 3-1 to Mönchengladbach. Could see how easily we win the ball back there. Vertonghen giving it to Berahino, who come on to replace Hamann later on in the game. Kruse almost had his second goal of the game. Keeper Miller just sticking his foot out there, and it came back out to Stocker. And how I missed that, I will never know. I just don't understand it. The goal was gaping. It was asking for me to put the ball into the back of the net, but it just went wide. Stocker really should have scored that. We did very well though against Hanover. I was very happy with going forwards with the ball. We were stifling them. They weren't able to string anything together. As you can see the amount of chances we had here. That one from Patrick Hamann just a minute ago. I know it was way out, but you never know. And it was on target. It was just a simple save though, as the ball lost its power as it got to Miller. Kruse never gave up. Almost got his second goal again with the shot on target. Miller saved, went out for a corner. Willems came close, but just skinned the post and it went out. We did win 3-1 against Hanover. Very confident performance, and we will take that over into our next game. Anyway guys, that's going to be the end of this episode. Hope you've all enjoyed, and I hope to see you all very soon in the next one. Thanks for watching.